New York, a port city named after a duke who became a slave trader before he became a king. A city with lots of secrets, but like most secrets, the truth is always right in front of our faces. The Black Gotham Experience is a journey. The mission is to celebrate the impact of the African diaspora on New York City, but the vision is to create a community. The Black Gotham Experience started when I was asked a question when I was working at the Tenement Museum on the Lower East Side that interprets the immigrant experience going back to the 1800s. And it was a school group, and she asked me at the end of the tour on the second floor, where were all the black people? But I think it was a question about image, like where are black people in the story of New York? The Black Gotham Experience is all about telling that story, and the first way we started telling that story was a series of walking tours. The walking tours didn't even feel adequate because we didn't have images, and so I decided to create a graphic novel series so we would have images, and the first graphic novel we're working on right now is called Other Side of Wall Street.
Kamau approached me and asked me if I wanted to play one of the characters. Her name is Catalina, and I was for it. I had known briefly about Black Gotham. He had mentioned it in passing, and it sounded very interesting. I did my own personal characters, looks for the book, and also the person who played my husband, I did his costumes. And now I'm transitioning more into being a designer assistant, so helping out with finding other designers to complete the graphic novel and helping out with just the overall creative direction for the costume design.
I think the creative challenge, and I love a challenge, is that we sort of have to do research and at the same time dictate what's not been shown. So that's going to be a great challenge. I mean, I may go off a little, but you're here to bring me back, to reel me back in, and that's what's going to make this whole thing work. Because it's not my vision. It's our vision.
And I walk past this all the time. I've been to this museum several times, and I never noticed her right here. That's so crazy.
It being a demo tape,
but at least
you can do a good demo tape.
That's true,
right? Because in a way, Adventures was a demo tape.
That's true,
right? It's like, hey, we got all these characters, and but it was done well, and they developed the characters well, and
an actual story.
Yeah, there's a story that makes sense.
So this isn't lifted out of the book.
Bro?
This isn't lifted out of the book. You know what I'm saying? Brother man. Cool. Should we talk soon about everything?
Yeah.
Or
like tomorrow. Hit me tomorrow.
Cool. We'll do. You hurt, man?
Well, I
can write that up. I mean,
I think even if it's not like fully written, but I still like to operate in like a narrative form. So if it's going to be like just this frame. Well, not so much as like the frame of these, but it's more like storyboarding, right? And we can chop it up how we want to, but it's letting us know, like, we're going to go from this is the beginning, the middle, and the end of this chapter. And it just allows us to, like, understand what we're talking about.
Sure.
And then we can know how to frame all of this stuff.
Yeah. So the sample chapter is going to include the cover?
Yeah. It's going to, we want to test things out. And so the way that I want the cover to actually look, I want to give it a check. Give it a shot.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
In terms of where do we as historians connect with the artists? So if we can imagine what life was like in each of these African centers around the 17th century, then we can start recreating the cultures, the religions.
Ellis Island, Liberty Island. And that's, Ellis Island, of course, was a famous immigration.
Yeah, we gotta know about him. He's probably gonna pop up in the quiz.
Have you heard about Jeremiah Hamilton, though? No, you didn't.
I think about that little girl on the tour I was given in 2008. And I think to myself, just how a question can create a world. How somebody can ask you something, and in order to properly answer it, or to answer it in the best way possible, you have to show them, not just tell them. And that little girl now is probably in college or might even have graduated by now, but I would like to think that if she were to ask me where were the black people, I could take her on several walking tours, and in a year from now, I could even give her a book.